Hello, this is Reindeer's Bees. The audio is bad, so I'm just going to do a voiceover of what I'm doing. I'm in the West Memphis, Arkansas area, and I'm helping Gus Mitchell pull off splits. There's some honeycomb on the lid there because the bees are in a strong honey flow, and he doesn't put extra frames in the boxes, so he gets more bees on each frame. A couple days before I was helping him make these nukes and splits, he went into all the colonies, he shook off all the bees on the frames that he wanted to split, and he put on an excluder and then put those frames in a box above. So in this video, what I'm doing is pulling off the frames of brood and food and putting them into these white Jester Nuke boxes. And so each box ideally would have 2 frames of capped brood and 1 frame of food. It's a beautiful frame of capped brood right there. And so he was having trouble finding any food for his hives. So what we ended up doing was a lot of them had 3 frames of capped brood. And he said that since some of them have 3 frames of capped brood, he'll just equalize the bees when he comes back to check the queens, because he's going to put queen cells in. Those queen cells will hatch and then come back on from their mating flight. Then I'll come back, check them, and then combine any that didn't get a queen back, and all the others he will equalize all the brood and bees to make sure they're all the same size. He'll be selling these nukes. I think he'll sell about 100 is what he told me. When he was making the splits a few days ago and pulling the brood above the excluder, he was going through each hive that was, strong enough to make a split. And he was leaving behind, I think, 2 frames of brood. And those 2 frames of brood will build up back to strong enough for his honey flow. And I think June, you should check him out. He has a YouTube channel, Crane's Nest Honey. But I believe his flows in June, July, and August. And so that will build up to 2 frames. So it's a way of him equalizing all of his bees so they're all in the same spot. So his labor is now much more efficient because they're all the same size. And he's made however many splits he can. In this yard, I believe we made 22 nukes. From this one colony from the video, I think we made close to 2, or I think, 2 nukes. And we just kind of throw them together and keep moving on to each hive. It was really fun, and I'm really glad that he let me come out and do this. I have another clip with him in it coming up right after this. I didn't get a video of us dropping cells into the nuke boxes, but what we did is we'd go through each one. Each nuke box, go to the middle frame, make a little indent into some of the capped brood. You kill a few bees, maybe 4 or 5, and then we'd stick the cell cup into the brood a little bit above the indent that we made. So then the cell would fit right into the indent. And then each hive would then have, their 2 frames of brood, 1 frame of food, or 3 frames of capped brood and a queen cell. And I don't know how long he'll wait till he comes back and checks the hives, but my guess is it'll be about 3 weeks. To sum it all up, we made about 77 nukes in about 6 hours from 7:20 to 3 p.m. Thanks, Gus, for letting me come.
Hey guys, Gus Mitchell here, out here with reindeer bees in my apiary. 2 days ago, I moved brood above the excluder after shaking it. That helped me to not have to find the queen. I know what I have up here, so it's simple. Just transfer to the nuke box. Got good bee coverage, good nectar flow coming on.
Yeah.
So we'll just transfer these in. And move them to a different yard where we will add queen cells. And just kind of go and piecemeal it together like an assembly line. Whoops. If you notice, I don't fill in the entire box with foundation or frames because the bees cluster up better. It allows me to get more bees on my frames that way. So that's one of the reasons I do that. But you do end up with comb on the lid if you got a nectar flow going. But it's no big deal really. So we'll just keep moving down the line and get these bees split off, and that's that.
Now that you know how to pull off splits and make nukes, I made another video about how to pull the splits above the excluder and get them prepared so you can quickly split off. We were going a couple colonies a minute doing the splitting method. The first part I'll leave in the video above. Go check it out.